Hey everyone, happy Tuesday. Cheers, Dr. Pepper time, and then we'll get going. There. Sorry, my camera's acting all kinds of wacky. Hi everyone, happy Tuesday. I hope everybody had a fantastic week. It's been a week. I don't know whether it's been a weird week, but just figuring out a whole bunch of new things, which we'll get into in a little while. And we'll kind of see how everybody else's week is going today. It is like snowy and cold and windy, and we have a nor'easter going through here right now. So, man, it's been a little bit of a nutty delivery day. I did go out just for a couple of hours just because I wanted to see what it was like during the snow, since it really wasn't sticking too badly. So I'll be honest, I was just expecting better. I guess the days of, bad weather brings delivery out in people, but it really wasn't happening. It was kind of a slow day. I'm like, I guess I'm chalking it up to a Tuesday. And normally, I really don't go out and work on Tuesdays, but I'm like, I have a couple of hours. I'll go out and see what's going on. And there was literally nothing going on. It's scary. I usually don't work in terrible weather, but it was snowing, but it wasn't sticking. The roads were fine. They were just wet. Nothing was sticking to the ground. So I'm like, I'll try it, see what happens. Normally on snow days, I just stay home. And then once it started getting, the wind started kicking in, it looked like a snow globe outside. I'm like, okay, time to go home. And I called it quits. But I don't know. I feel like it's just not the same that it used to be, man. I used to sometimes, I would wait for, I think last year we had a blizzard here and I was itching to go out, but I don't go out in bad weather. So I waited for the roads to clear and then I finally okay, I'm going out. But the money was good because the weather was so bad, but not today. I don't know what's happening in the world. I don't know whether you guys are experiencing the same thing. I know a couple of you guys have had some bad weather in these past couple of days, but okay. So, hey Gary, how are you? Thomas, what's up? Bob, very good news for California gig workers today. Prop 22 has been ruled constitutional and we are still indie contractors. Well, that is fantastic news for all of you guys out in California. Hey Don, how are you? Christine, what's going on? Hey Ceci, how are you? Irene, it has been a while. I hope you're doing well. I miss anybody? Josh, you are late. Gary was getting on me because I was a minute late. Really, Gary? A minute? Thomas, you said the snow brings money, and that's what I was expecting today, and it wasn't the case. I don't know. It was just a strange day. I don't know what was going on today. Yeah, I would rather not leave my house either if but it wasn't that bad. I felt like it was just a rain day, but snow was coming down, if that makes any sense. Josh, you can pack and come see me anytime. So it's raining in Los Angeles. You guys have been getting some really bad weather out in California as well, but I don't know. I was expecting better today. Yeah. Definitely slow. Okay, so I guess it's just not me. I'm like, okay, snow people, come on, start ordering. And that just was, hey, Monique, how are you? It was 86 degrees, but had a cold front move in. Now it's in the 60s, really. I would die for 60s right now. Oh, God. And I think, Monique, are you in Florida? Did I get there? I can't remember. I think you said you were in Florida. I could be wrong. So, Thomas, we'll get into that we'll get into Diamond, and because it's kind of part of how my week went. So we'll kind of get into that tonight and how it's going in my area, just because it's brand new. It just started a couple. Okay, you are in Florida. I thought so, but I would die for 80s. I'm such a summer person. Like, I want summer like tomorrow. If I could have it, like, summer needs to like be here like right now, so I can put my toes in the sand. Well, I can still put my toes in my sand. It's only 10 minutes away, but it'll be really cold sand and really cold weather water. So, oh man. So anyway, so let's go into my week, and then we'll kind of break that down a little bit further for you guys. Yes, it is St. Patrick's Day. I am so excited. I have my corned beef and cabbage ready to go for Friday. I put it in a crock pot and I cook it all day. So I'm actually really excited for St. Patrick's Day. And yes, I am a wee bit Irish. So I have a little bit of Irish in me on my mom side. My grandfather was Irish, so I do have a little Irish in me. So St. Patrick's Day is always a fun holiday to celebrate. And I love corned beef and cabbage, so even better. I'm such a foodie. Anything that involves food, like, just like sign me up. Yeah, I love food. So anyway, so my week. So I did a video, or I should say I did content this week, just because I was actually thinking along a philosophical, Kim. I was thinking about our daily goals and have they really changed? Because I just remember when I first started out, when I started full time, $100 a day, and then I was blowing that away. So then it became $200 a day, and most of my days were like $200, and then I started doing like $300 days. So, fast forward now, I'm like almost three years into being a full-time gig worker. Is $300 the new magic number? Like, are we all striving to keep striving for more? And that could even be finding like more gig apps that get us there quicker, or make us more money, or have these new gig apps that we found, has it expand our goals even further to keep pushing past our so-called comfort zone. I know for me, I have like hence the word Kim side money plans, which is what I said in my content, is I have outside money plans that I might do gig work that gets me to 200. And then I have other outside side hustles that get me to the $300 to $500, depending on kind of what's coming in that day and what other hustles I have going on in that day. So I was just curious, and I really just put it out there to everybody. Is 200? Yeah, it's $200. But I even think sometimes, like like on Saturday, I had a 294 day. I'm like, $294. I mean, it's still a good day. Believe me, I'm not complaining about the money, but I just feel like our sense of our goals has really just changed in like the past year or so, just depending on whether we added more apps, or we changed our lifestyle. Did the economy change? And that's changing as well. Did the gig apps change? So it was just something that I was pondering and thinking, and thank you for a lot of you guys responded, and I really appreciate those comments coming in, because I'm like, see, I'm not the only one who is kind of thinking along those lines as well. So that was one of the things that I actually dropped this week. And then it was late, I think it was late last week. It was right after Tuesday because I didn't mention it in the live. First of all, also thank you guys for all of your birthday wishes. I really do appreciate it, and I had a fantastic day, and you guys even made it more special. So thank you so much for all of those fantastic birthday wishes. But I'm trying to remember when it came through the pike last week, but it was weird. I got the email that just said you are going to start receiving priority orders. And I'll be honest, I thought it was like just another Top Dasher thing. I'm like, what the heck are they sending me? And at first I just ignored it, but I just thought it was weird. And so then the emails that night, it was either Wednesday or Thursday, and I can't remember which day, the emails just started rolling in after DoorDash. It was like probably one after another. And I'm like, oh my God, DoorDash, I guess they can't tell you didn't get the communication. So I got lots of communication on it, but it was your area is going to priority. You have until they put my area, and I'm sure other areas got rolled out at the same time. Somebody said that they gave them 2 weeks. My area, the email said that you had to be at 50% for the reset before March 20th. So I guess it varies really by area. And then probably 2 days later, I just started seeing those diamond orders rolling in. So I still feel like I am learning and I'm really trying to figure things out. I always feel like whenever something new rolls in, I really try to analyze it and I really try to figure out how it's going to work for me in my market. And the content that I just dropped yesterday, and yes, or is it today? Yeah, last night. I have read all the comments, but I'm just gonna kind of reiterate. These are this is literally brand new. It just started literally 3 days ago, and oh my God, Jaywalk is here. Hey, Jaywalk, how are you, my friend? I just feel I feel like I'm still learning the ropes in what is really going on with this program. I know a lot of you guys are experienced with it and probably know it like the back of your hand, but you know me, I like to experiment and I really like to figure out what is really going on and how does it fit into my world, my market, me personally as a DoorDash driver. And for me, that's experimenting. So when I started out, I was already at 50%. And what I noticed, and it could be a fluke, yes, on Saturday, my first day, I had a 294 day. So it could be because it was Saturday. And I really realized, at least in my area, and once again, I always talk, this is my area, and this is what has happened in my area. Oh, Bud Soda, you're now a member for 5 months. Thank you, Bud Soda. Keep the kindness train rolling. Aw, thanks, Bud Soda. So I really noticed I just kept going and I kept raising my acceptance rate because I really wanted to experiment. The higher I raised it, do the orders really get better? I already know what the orders look like when I cherry pick, and I already know what the orders look like when I have a really low acceptance rate, but I don't know what they really look like when in this new program that's based off of higher acceptance rates. So that's what I experimented with over the weekend. And what I know, the reset doesn't have, as far as I know, when I hit the reset button, I had to fill out a survey. And they said your reset could take up to a week. And once I haven't received anything yet or saying that it was reset yet, but the initial email said that the reset was going to happen on March 21st and everybody had until the 20th. So I don't know whether I'll reset in a week or whether I'll reset on March 21st. So stay tuned for that. But what I encourage everybody to do be your own boss, be your own business, work your area the way that you want to work your own area, because that's what you're going to do that's best for you. When you're out in the world, you talk to other drivers. At least that's what I do. I have the gift of gab. And it really is, I don't know if it's a blessing or a curse, but you talk to other drivers and some of them are like, yeah, no, I'm not resetting. I'm not dealing with that. Why would I do that? Like, it's a kind of a mixed bag in my area on who's resetting, who's not resetting. So I think March 21st will definitely be an interesting day. Will there be more drivers that are, oversaturated, not oversaturated, but sorry. I am really making the best decisions for me as a business owner. So that's the way I'm looking at this. And you know what? I'm only a couple days in. Hold on for 1 second, guys. There it is. But I'm treating it like it's my own, and just like I would any other business. So, that would be my word. If you want to cherry pick, you know what? Run your business the way you want to run your business. If you want to, experiment and go with higher acceptance rate and it works for you, then do that as well. There's no right or wrong answer to what we do or how you make your own money. And that's what it's all about. That's the fun of what we do. We make our own money and we make our money the way that we want to make it. So, but what I really have realized, even throughout this process, is a lot of these programs, like LOP and also Pizza Bag Program, Top Dasher, a lot of these programs can really help you achieve some of your goals if you are interested in doing them. My biggest game changer of all was literally this year, the large order program. And I know a lot of you guys can't get on, and I am sorry. And I wish I had a magic wand, a magic DoorDash wand, and I can make everybody on the large order program. Unfortunately, that's not how it works. But it really has been a game changer for me in my area and what I do every single day. And what I really noticed is teaming up with all of these programs kind of all together was really successful for me just for this weekend. Once again, who knows what it's going to be like in 5 days, 2 weeks, a month, a year, who knows? But for right now, it really is helping me. I mean, Top Dasher program, I honestly, it was a lifesaver this past week with every time I got sent out of my zone, pausing and getting back. And, if I got timed out, or DoorDash does that famous thing lately, and I don't know whether you guys are seeing this in your area, you pause and you're fine, and you get back on, and then you pause again sometimes and you're fine. But like that third pause, it'll automatically say it ends your dash without even any warning. And that's where like Top Dasher has been like a real lifesaver this week, that I'm like, you can kick me off all you want, DoorDash, but I can get on. So it really has been a really amazing experience with this program. It has helped me with that, because Dash Now is just, at this point, I feel like the only feature that Top Dasher really has advantage of right now. And then the large order program, being priority with the large order program and getting some of those higher paying orders. And if anybody does horse racing, I don't know if anybody does, there's literally a horse racing track right down a couple miles away from me. So it's like a trifecta with all three of those apps so far combined. So, combine those three together, I was having some pretty decent days. Am I naive to know that every day is going to be fabulous? Heck no, not every day is going to be fabulous. If it was, we would not all be complaining about what these apps can and can't do for us. So, we're still going to have our good days. We're still going to have our bad days. Like, it's that vicious cycle of ups and downs of the gig world. But that, when I put out the content, I was just literally giving you guys my observations of me in my area and how it's working. And I got it out to you guys as well. So that is kind of my assessment so far of what's going on in my area. I'm not gonna lie. I think next week, right? Is that when the 21st is? I think next week is going to be very interesting. And I don't know whether it's going to oversaturate the market right off the bat. And there's going to be so many diamond people that it's going to be hard to get in order. I think that's kind of my fear going into next week. I don't know if fear is the right word, just because I multi-app, and if it really isn't working for me, I just hop on another app and, not lose the beat. But it should be really interesting in how many in my area reset or go through the process altogether. So I'm a top dasher, and it tried to pause me, but Dash Now is fun. That it was the best part last week as I was going through it. So I'm very fortunate. I feel as though I decided to do Top Dasher right before this went into effect, and I had no idea that this was even going to effect. So, right place, right timing of Top Dasher for this month. I feel like it definitely helped me with my advantage and keep raising it this past week. It's funny you say that. So most of your money is on Uber Eats. I know a lot of you guys who love Uber Eats and does so fantastic in your area. That is not my area. Uber Eats is a seasonal app for me. Uber Eats in the summer. Uber Eats is booming. I get orders like crazy. And I feel like it is the best app ever. And I really love Uber Eats. And then once everybody goes back from the Jersey Shore and goes away, I feel like they take Uber Eats with them. And like Uber Eats is so sporadic, but you're not the only one. I heard that like Uber Eats is fantastic in a lot of areas. And for whatever reason, I don't know whether there's just a lot of drivers and I don't know. I haven't really figured it out yet in what's happening in my area, but along with new DoorDash drivers, I've been seeing a lot of new Uber Eats drivers as well. So I don't know whether you guys are seeing this in your markets as well, but man, the amount of new drivers in my area, it's absolutely, it's insane. The amount of new faces that I'm actually seeing. So Josh, you used to bet on ponies. So for you, it'd be what, Parks? Does Parks still do horse racing, I think? I know, right? But okay, so I'm not the only one. It's 3 times. It happened to me again today. And I'm like, that's really annoying. I think if they give you a little notice, but they give you no notice, they literally just kick you off. Like, nope, your dash has ended. And it's so freaking frustrating. Yes, and you can be a top dasher if you do shop and delivers. That is definitely a perk. With raising my acceptance rate last week, interesting enough, so I got that email yesterday that you get every Monday saying how many shops you did, do you believe that they only sent me 2 shop and delivers for the entire week? So I don't know whether they're doing that on purpose because I'm already a top dasher and they're pushing some of the shop and delivers to people who are non-top dashers, so they have the opportunity to be a top dasher for a week. But I only received 2 shop and delivers throughout the entire week last week, which I thought was very interesting. And also going back to my week, and I feel like this is important because I know I put in my video, but maybe it got lost in translation just based off of some of the comments that were coming in. As much as I raised my acceptance rate last week, I don't want anybody to get the wrong impression that I did decline too. I think that's my thing. Hey, Tony, how are you? Hey, Anthony, I didn't even see you come in. I forget where my thought just went like completely right out of my head. It was a good thought too. I'm like, oh, this is important. Okay, I have to think about it for a second. I forgot, mind blank. Isn't it horrible when that happens? Like your mind is, like you're in the middle of a thought and your mind just went completely blank. Let me think about it. I'll get back to you on that. Oh, declining. I did decline last week. So, but I declined like the really bad orders. And I think that's what I'm trying to learn. I'm really trying to learn the balance of declining those really crazy orders versus the orders that I shouldn't have or I should take. So it's decline versus order I should take, and like finding that balance. And I feel like sometimes it's a hard balance to find just because the cherry picker in me wants to go, nope, 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 nope. But the person who wants to raise that acceptance rate and really figure out this program, it has to say, yep, yep, yep. And I think that's been my biggest challenge so far with this program, is really learning that fine line between declining when I need to decline and accepting when I need to accept. And maybe it's just me being a little nutty. Sarah Sue, hi, how are you? It is Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. And Irene, this is a really good point. Going back, it is all about your area. Do what works best for you in your own market. Like I said, run your business the way that you want to run your business. I just share with you guys what I find and what works and what doesn't work in my own area. Take it with a grain of salt. Take it if you want to try it. But it really is my market and very market specific in what has worked for me. Hoping, and all the mistakes I make along the way too. God knows I make plenty of them. So hopefully the mistakes I make, you guys will learn from them and won't make the same mistakes that I do. But I'll be the first one to admit when I actually make a mistake. Josh, I've often wondered this about Uber Eats. Uber Eats is good, but you got to be like top dasher for them and get good orders one after another. It's so true because when Uber Eats is good in my area, I feel as though I call it the Uber roll. Like once you start, it's almost like they keep sending you orders and orders and orders if they're busy enough. And I say, I'm like, oh, I'm on an Uber roll. And like, it's almost like they don't want you to get off their platform when you can actually get on it. So it's interesting you just say that because I'll be honest, I have not experimented with Uber Eats to see if I raised my acceptance rate on Uber Eats, would it have the same effect like DoorDash has? Is anybody here part of the Uber Pro? So the Uber Pro, in raising, what is it called? It's called the Uber Pro, right? Like the Platinum Diamond. I don't even know. Thank you, Thomas, for the super sticker. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I didn't decline. I didn't decline much, but I did decline. Um, it was very sporadic when I did, but declining. Like I said, I'm trying to find that balance of keeping a high acceptance rate, but still not taking like the really bad order that have come in versus what I am actually taking. Yeah, Top Dasher may have changed, but still works. It does what it's supposed to do. Is that, I guess, the key word? Is that the right phrase? I guess I'm trying to say. It's time for Dr. Pepper. Cheers. Yeah. You know, I know DoorDash does pausing. Um, does those pausing on purpose, trying to prevent us from, or trying to prevent a lot of dashers to be on the platform at the same time? But man, it's a pain in the butt. I get the business reason behind it, but as a driver, it's a pain in the butt. That's awesome, John. Like I don't know whether that's true in my area because I'm just starting, but it's awesome for you if that's awesome. That's if that's for your area in your case. Since being a top dasher and designer zone with high marks, I haven't had any orders below $6. That's really awesome. Yeah, but so to give me a minute and I'll send you an Instagram message. Bear with me. I will say I am having fun. Us learning from each other. It was a good experience for me already talking to you guys ahead of time, so I kind of knew what to expect coming into the program. So I feel like that was definitely advantage going into last week. And there are so many content out there that really. So Anthony, you're part of Uber Pro. I'm like, did I even say that right? Uber Pro. Do you think that it has an advantage for getting better orders? I'm just curious. Guys, me. I'm trying to always challenge myself in new ways. Heck, who knows? After a Top Dasher, maybe I'll move on to Uber Pro or Grubhub Premier. That could be interesting. Is anybody here? Okay, this is a good question. Is anybody here a Top Dasher, an Uber Pro Diamond, and a Grubhub Premier driver? That should be interesting. Okay, but soda, it just got sent to you. Um, but that would actually be really interesting if there are any drivers out there that is like all three. Yes, Duh does fix that. Duh is amazing. So if you guys haven't checked out Duh, driver's utility helper, Gary, you can go to garysapps.com. So Gary, you're more than happy to put that in the comments. But they're fantastic apps that really help drivers. You, I am so envious of all of you guys that have these catering apps because they are not available in my market. I even tried signing up for Delivered that in a different area, thinking that, okay, if it's like 20 miles ish away and if the pay is really good, like I don't mind driving as long as I can get a good payout. So I signed up for Deliver That, did all the stuff I needed to do, and the only orders I receive on Deliver That are in like Brooklyn and Bronx, which means I have to either go over a bridge or through a tunnel and pay a ridiculous amount of money to do that. I have not seen one thing in New Jersey yet. Man. Sarah Suso, I'm not the only one. I'm so jealous of everybody who can do all those catering apps, I have to tell you. Ah, see, now you guys are making me jealous. Telling you, Delivered It is killing it for me right now. Oh, I even tried Delivered. That's not in my market either. I'm in the tri-state area. I'm in like a major metropolitan area. How is it not available in New Jersey? Oh, interesting. I haven't looked at my email at all today. So, Mary, Grubhub's making changes. It said today it's based off of 14 days, not 30 days. Oh, so maybe then Premier Driver might be in my future. The thing I tried raising my acceptance rate a couple of months ago with um with Grubhub just to see if it actually made a difference for Grubhub in my area. And I try to do blocks, but man, getting blocks in my area, like I only was able to get like one or two a week, and that was it. I'm gonna like, it'll be next year before I raise my acceptance rate with Grubhub just based off of blocks. Like I couldn't even get more than one or two a week. So I kind of gave up on that idea, but who knows? Maybe it'll be in my near future. Thomas, Para works. I see orders that come in, but they're for North Jersey. And the payouts versus what I would have to drive to get there haven't been worth it to me. I think if you lived up in North Jersey, it might be worth it just based off of anybody being closer, but it really hasn't paid out yet for me, or it hasn't anyone, and nothing's been in my own area. Bud soda. Hold on. I have to get my headphones on now. Are you there? Are you there?
Hear me?
I can hear you. You're just black on the screen. Are you there? Did I lose you? Can anybody else hear Bud soda, or is it just me?
I think it's my hang on. There we go. Confirm orders before you leave. Let's say you have a stack and the other restaurant is not next door or a walking across the street distance. So, do you think it's okay for a merchant to ask you, and they get mad at you for saying, "Okay, I have to go back to the restaurant."
Hold on,
That's what I was trying to get at.
I'm having a really hard time
You still
hearing
can't
you.
hear
You
me?
keep cutting. Yeah, there you are. Like you kept cutting in and out. The only thing I had heard is, "Do you think it's all right?" And that's
Oh,
the only
okay.
thing I heard.
Okay. If you find the other restaurant is not a walk across the street or right next door, you have to like get in your car and drive to the other restaurant. Do you think like that's okay that they ask us drivers to confirm before we get the other part of our snack on any yet?
I'm sorry. You keep breaking up. I'm sorry, Bud Soda.
I got 3 more. How am I still up?
I don't know. You sound like a computer.
Hot soda. No. Can you hear me now? It's all these trees. Hang on. Let me try to turn off my camera. Can you hear me now?
I can hear. I think I can
Can you
hear
hear me
you
now?
now. Yes.
Okay, I turned out the camera. That hogs less data. So there's restaurants that want you to confirm when you're on a stack before you even before you leave and go to the other restaurant. They get upset with you if you say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I have to go check on this food at the other restaurant. I'll be back," and they get upset with you about it. Do you think that's okay for merchants to do that?
I'm a little confused because when I go do a stacked order, I go to one restaurant, they ask me to confirm it, I confirm it. When I have the order, then I go to the next restaurant and the same thing, kind of rinse and repeat. I don't have that many merchants that actually do that around me, like maybe two that I know of off the top of my head. Um, I don't know why
Yeah,
you
but
would wait to confirm it to go to another
because
restaurant.
that starts the timer, and then you could be potentially late if the other restaurant isn't ready for you.
I've never
That's
done that. I've only ever confirmed it when I actually have
well,
the merchant, like the stuff with
so
me,
so
and then moving on.
so basically, okay, restaurant A is closer, and you stop at restaurant A, but restaurant A wants you to confirm before you leave, but they're slower and have the food ready. But restaurant B, oh, you get there, the drive-thru is backed up, lobby's busy, they're 15 minutes behind, but it's a good order, you want to keep it. Do you think, that's why I'm not okay with confirming orders before I know both restaurants are ready.
But why
So
don't
I
you
hate
just jump tasks?
that's what I do but there's restaurants. There's one restaurant that used to be on the platform in my market. They're no longer on the platform, and I don't know how they're still in business because they're slow. Um, the apps kept them busier than anything else. They had takeout during Rona, but they're still kind of a takeout-ish place. There's like barely anywhere to sit. So um, they they wanted to confirm before you hopped over to the other restaurant. And even if like you say, well, I can come back for the food. I hate doing that because it's a giant waste of time and miles, but that they get very upset with me for wanting to do that. Like, take the food now and confirm it. I'm like, I have another order. This is when I was single apping DoorDash. So, like, that's why I don't think it's okay to do that. Like, no, you need to know for facts that both restaurants are ready before you go
I'll
and
be
confirm the
honest,
order.
I personally don't agree with that, just based off of I always go to the restaurant when I have the order. I confirm it in front of the restaurant so they know that I took it, and then go to the second restaurant and do the same thing. So that way,
Yeah.
the restaurants don't get
Well,
mad at you. You're doing the right thing, and then you're kind of going into like you're going in the order. If that doesn't happen, say one restaurant's delayed and you want to go to the next one, I just jump the task to go to the next restaurant, pick it up, and
yeah,
go back to the second restaurant.
yeah, but then if you're sitting there waiting on the second restaurant, you might get a contract violation for not dropping off your first order on time. Like, let's say both of them. Okay,
But if you
let's
put it
say
in
it's
the
let's say
app that it's
it.
delayed, you won't get a contract violation.
but you already hit that you have the other order, you get a contract violation on that one if you wait.
But why would you hit it? Why would you hit it if you don't have it yet? You only hit it when you
No, no,
actually
no, no,
have
no,
it,
no. Okay, you have the first order.
right?
The restaurant wants you to confirm, so
Right.
you hit confirm, but you get to the second restaurant and they're 15 minutes delayed, but
Okay.
your other order is due in like 20 and it's a 10-minute drive. So
I've
if you
never
sat
gotten
there and
a
waited,
contract violation for that because usually when I hit in the app that the restaurant's delayed, they've never given me a contract violation for being
yeah.
late to a customer's house based off of a
So okay.
restaurant issue.
So my market is all my like most of my orders are 5 miles plus. Some are like 10 to 15 out. So on a stacked order, just on DoorDash alone, I could potentially get a contract violation. I don't think it's right for us drivers to get in trouble for quote unquote doing the right thing and waiting, because I've gotten the Karen ones for being supposedly late to the restaurant when I'm sitting at the restaurant waiting. And mind you, this is when I'm single apping. And like if a restaurant gets hit late at 2 in the afternoon, the customer doesn't respond to my messages but goes to complaints to support, the time goes back to the original delivery time. You hitting the
But
reasons why you're waiting don't matter.
I've never, honestly, by um, doing it the way that DoorDash has, even with a restaurant delayed, I've never gotten a contract violation for sticking with the order that they wanted me to go.
Yeah.
Like I said, the only time I've ever jumped, like I always jump tasks if I want to go to another restaurant, but I never take the order until like I confirm it that I have the order and it's in my possession, and if the restaurant sees it that I take it, that's when I confirm it in front of them. Like I've never done it that way. I don't think I ever will, just because I've never had a problem with contract violations ever
So
with
so
being late.
this was very early on when I first started dashing, so maybe I just got very unlucky with the customer being all upset with me having confirmed the order, and then I didn't have the other. I was sitting there waiting on it. I got a double whammy contract violation. I got two at once, so that really sucked for me.
Yeah.
So that's why I feel it's not the right thing to do, to confirm before you have both orders in your hand, especially in my
Um,
market. The way my market works.
yeah. Sorry. I don't agree with you on that one. Sorry, Bud Soda.
All right, that's
I
fine.
just
If
believe
that's
in
the way
follow.
you
I
run your
just believe
market.
in yeah. Say I just believe in following the progression, because if DoorDash sees that on my phone I go to a restaurant, even if I hit that it's late in the app, they see that it's late and it delays me to the second restaurant. Like they actually have record in my phone and they can track my GPS where I'm at and how I've never gotten a contract violation for following the what DoorDash has asked me to do, or the restaurant in that case. Sorry.
So yeah, I've had that happen to me, and I've had similar things happen to me on several occasions. So that's why I don't confirm orders. Plus, yeah, I'm a dirty multi-apper. I stack because it makes no sense not to otherwise.
And yet we know we differ on that one, Bud Soda.
So I go, okay, my market is a unique situation to where, you have to go past secured gate.
That one says Amber.
But sorry, I'm middle of shopping. But anyways, I really feel that it's not the right thing to do, because you will get in trouble for doing the supposed right thing, because I have before, and I have gotten in
Yeah.
trouble before for sitting there waiting at the restaurant to an unresponsive customer.
Yeah, sorry. I've never gotten in trouble. In fact, whenever I actually do that the restaurant is delayed through the app, usually DoorDash updates the drop off times on both orders. So it rarely ever happens that I'm late for an order based off of a restaurant.
Yeah, you've never had that happen, but I have many times, and it really stinks when that does. Military payday especially. Um, and it just happens to be what it is.
Yeah.
And I just feel that it's not right for us drivers to get in trouble for supposedly doing the right thing. Like if the customer messages me and starts getting aggressive about the wait time, I will unassign, but sometimes they're just unresponsive. You don't know if they're unresponsive, that they're just not paying attention to their phone, or they're in the background.
Yeah.
Tech support and what's the hold up if there's like key catches when they message support and it goes back versus overtime. This is what support told me, like because I got like a higher level one. That's supposedly what the gospel is. I can't confirm whether it's 100% true. That's just what I got told by support because a higher level support agent was helping me.
Got it.
So it is
okay,
what it is. But I'll let you go, honey.
Okay.
I know you're about to get off.
Thanks
I just
for
wanted
coming
to get
on,
that and clear the air. Yep. Take care.
You got
Bye-bye.
it. Bye. Okay. So thanks, Bud Soda, for coming on. Oh my God, I feel like it's like tonight just like flew by, and I just looked at the time like, oh my God, time is flying by when you're having fun. So what does my week look like this week? Thursday, I am on the Rideshare Rodeo Roundtable with Hannibal is Hungry, John Dash Theory, Gary, Middleton Technologies. We have so much fun. Unfortunately, Steve, you're not going to be with us this week, but we understand. But Chris is going to take your place. So I will be there Thursday at 9 p.m. So you guys can join us over there if you want to join us for another fun-filled night of live stream. Other than that, I will be dropping more content for you guys throughout the week. So look forward to that as well. I see that there are 22 people here right now. Thank you so much for being here. Give this live a thumbs up. It is the best way of getting this live and my content out to the YouTube world. So please don't forget to give this live a thumbs up. I don't think we messed up too bad last week, Gary. I think it was a pretty decent show. I guessed the doorknobs, which I think was absolutely hilarious, Steve, that you actually cut it up and put it out today. But I always look forward to my Thursdays hanging out with the rideshare, I should say the rodeo roundtable crew. So definitely go check us out at 9 p.m. on Thursdays. And I really think that is it. I guess more to come, just to kind of recap. I'll kind of keep you guys updated on what's kind of going on in my area. Like I said, I'm only a couple of days into this fantastic new program. So stay tuned as I kind of, go along and kind of see what's happening. I really try to get you guys content out as I see it is happening. Thanks, Thomas. I really appreciate it. Thumbs up. And guys, that is really all I have for you guys today, unless you guys have anything for me today. I appreciate you guys being here. I love my Tuesdays relaxing and chilling with you guys. And I'll see you guys really next Tuesday for another fun-filled day. If you are driving, please stay safe and healthy. Remember, kindness is always free. I love you guys, and I'll see you next Tuesday. Bye, everyone. Peace out.